So welcome to AR2200. This is architecture design 4. So I know that it's the first week of classes and things are still unstable with the enrollment still going on. That's why I decided to just record this meeting, this first meeting, because we cannot afford to miss out a session. Next meeting, we will have a plenary meeting with the rest of the class in for the rest of the class in AR2200. So it's best to at least meet, quote unquote, with you now. So the purpose of this online session is actually just to introduce the course to you and to uh, and for me to explain something especially about my expectations for the class. Um, This introduction will cover this outline. We'll talk about the course information, then the information about me as your teacher, course outcomes, topics, the learning activities, what to expect, and also assessment tasks, class policies, and the assessment outcomes. Okay. So basically, as mentioned earlier, this is AR2200 Architecture Design 4. This is only offered for BS Architecture students. It has 4 credit units, and our schedule, where Group 6 is 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. So this should be taken together with AR2233 or planning and AR2222. I think this is building utilities, especially acoustics and lighting. And the prerequisite is AR2100 or architecture design 3. The course is basically about the design of medium to high density occupancy in residential, institutional, recreational, and commercial. So my name is Troy Dino Elizaga. I'm an architect, and I'm actually based in. Right now, I'm in Bohol, but I'm relocating to Davao next um, in February next month. These are my contact information. My email is tselizaga@usc.edu.ph, and my mobile is 0927 088 7030. So my consultation period is 1 to 2 p.m. from Mondays to Fridays. Now the course, at the end of the course, we expect that the students will be able to apply theories of architecture and design to explore concepts through gathering of information and using computer applications. Okay, so this will be covered especially during the programming or the initial stages of the plate or the project. And since you are already learning some advanced computer programs, especially computer-aided design, we'll have the chance uh, to apply them in the projects. Then communicate design output through visual, written, and oral presentation, either in Filipino or English. Okay, so I prefer really that we practice more in presentation in English rather than combine Filipino English like Taglish or what. But during consultations, you can speak to me in any language. I mean Cebuano, Tagalog, or English. Um, anyway, if I cannot understand you, I'll just ask. I'll also be encouraging you to talk to me or to talk to the class. This will be done through videos, um, where you will submit videos of you presenting your ideas or your projects, but we'll discuss that much later. Incorporate appropriate site development principles, structural concepts, utilities, and building technology in architectural design suitable to local context. Okay, so um, This will also be dealt with during the programming portion of the design of your plate. So the ones in the hexagons are basically the process that you have to go through for each of the design plate. We already went through this last semester. You start out with doing research, then site analysis and programming, schematic design, preliminary design, final design. So it's basically the same process. What changed though is the project. So the text around the periphery outside the hexagons are the type of buildings that we might take on as projects for the semester. So for now, I'm not at liberty to tell you what is our first plate. So it could be a walk-up apartment building, a satellite market, school campus, open market subdivision, or barangay complex. So we will have online lectures similar to what we're doing now, and I will be giving some assignments, videos to watch because I've been looking at YouTube, and then there are many things there that can actually help you along the way. And well, there are more or better produced than the lectures that I am doing right now. So hopefully they'll be more helpful. And then there are consultations. As much as possible, we'll have a one-on-one consultation on your projects. So you will be assessed in terms of class participation, projects, and major exams. So first with major exam, you'll have two departmental exam during midterm and final. The midterm will be similar to what you did last sem, where you had a project which you have to draw or you have to design for 1 day only. But then the final exam, I think the plan is to have it similar to the board exam where you have a multiple choice exam coming from different um, different subjects. It's my first time to encounter that, so I cannot share any experience with you. Okay. The project basically are the plates, and class participation actually means your uh, your punctuality in submitting your requirements. Because in my class, in our class here, I will not be giving penalties for late submissions, but then I will be giving rewards for um, on time submissions, which means you have points for class participation if you submit. Otherwise, you don't earn the point in class participation if you submit late. Well, it also sounds like a penalty. No? So, class policies regarding online lectures. So, for those who are, I think most of you are not under me last sem. I checked the records and I only saw one of you from last semester, from my class last semester. So the lectures will be given online like this, and I will be recording them and then upload the recording in YouTube because, well, some service providers, data service providers have data packages where YouTube is free. So at least it's more accessible for them. So for those who want to, a link will be given to all the students in Canvas so that those who miss the sessions will be informed of the availability of the uploaded video. We will be using Google Meet for the online lectures unless otherwise instructed. During the online lecture, no one is allowed to speak unless they are called upon. Thus, everyone has to mute their microphone to avoid disturbing background noises like dogs barking or the traffic, the cars outside. Anyone who wants to raise a question or state a comment may do so in the chat box, or there's a raise hand feature in the Google Meet, I think. So, as I mentioned, the attendance is not required since the students may opt to access the video on their available time. So the only advantage of those actually participating during the online lecture is that they can make comments and inquire firsthand. So in the event that attendance will be required for a particular activity, for example, next meeting on Wednesday, January 27, the class will be informed beforehand about this so that they can ensure attendance to activity. So late submission will be subject to penalties to be agreed upon by the student and the instructor. So I actually laid down already my plan for late submission. So instead of deductions on your grade of the plate, you will not earn the point for class participation. And then missed exams, students are required to complete all exams and quizzes regardless of their due dates. So you can actually submit even after your the deadline, first provided that we follow what I mentioned about late submission. No? Compliance after the due dates, however, are considered late submissions and is subject to penalties to be agreed upon by the student and the instructor. Now, if the term ends or the semester ends and you still lack the the plates or maybe you missed out an exam, you have to comply still. I will give you a grade of INC and you have 1 year to comply for the requirements. Okay. If you don't comply within the year, the grade will change automatically from INC to NC or no credit, which means you have to take the course again. Okay. But if you do comply, do not expect that you will get a perfect or a full mark, okay? Because there will already be some deductions this time for being late, no, after the semester. So normally the perfect score for a late submission for me is like 80%, okay? And the actually the passing score is 70%. So it's not bad. But if you're aiming for good grades, so it will affect your performance. In principle, any student can send an email to their instructors anytime to consult on a matter. However, the instructors will only be obliged to respond during class hours and designated consultation hours unless the matter is urgent. Okay, so do not develop the habit of sending me emails at say 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. then expecting me to immediately reply. So I'll be the judge of that. No? If the matter is really urgent, then perhaps I will reply. Otherwise, I'll put it off until the consultation hours, which is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. During the designated consultation hour, the instructor will open a meeting session online for those who want to chat directly with him. So there will be another Google Meet only for consultation, but this time it is open to everyone. So all the courses that I am teaching. So not only on from AR2200. I'm also teaching AR2233 and AD0251, which is architectural conservation. So all instructions, reading materials, assignments, and announcements for the class will be through the Canvas LMS portal. Okay. As much as possible, we will make full use of Canvas. Last year, at the start of the semester or the first half of the semester, I was using Google Classroom for the assignments, for the quizzes, and then the second half, I shifted to Canvas. This time, we will start from Canvas from day one, except that Canvas is not immediately um, available, so they're a bit late in uploading all the courses in Canvas. So we might be forced to use Google Classroom in the meantime, but I'll keep you posted. No? Only the online lectures will be uh, used in Google Classroom. The Google Meet feature will be used for online lectures. In case of complaints concerning the class, students must approach the instructor directly by email. But in case the complaint is about me, the instructor, so you may email the chairman of the department through app.usc.edu.ph. So please avoid posting complaints to social media because it will not resolve anything. It will only make things worse. Any problems bigger unnecessarily and make things worse. Now, plagiarized work will automatically be given a grade of 4.0. Material sourced from the internet or other printed works should be provided with attribution and source references. Replicating your classmates' materials and project components are considered plagiarism. Now, these class policies actually, I copied them from other teachers so that we can have the same policies. And when I first read about this replication of the classmates' material, I thought that this is something that is rarely done. But during our faculty meeting last week, I heard reports of students actually copying, submitting the works of their classmates, but modifying maybe some color from background. But then it's in the end, it was really proven that it was copied. The design was copied. So I hope you don't pull that trick here in this class, because there are a few of you. I can easily I'll have more time to go over all of your work, and then normally, plagiarism is enough to expel a student from the course or even from the program or from the school. So, giving a grade of 4.0 for the plate or the project is actually very, very generous of the university. So, maybe if it happens twice again, I would personally recommend um, expulsion. So, your grades will be computed this way. This is my plan, and if there will be changes here, I'll let you know. But so far, I'm thinking of project having 45% of the midterm or the final term grade. Major exams is 35%, and then class participation, and that's where we mentioned about the points that you will gain if you submit early, and the points that you will not gain if you submit late. So therefore, if you're always late in all your requirements, so that 20% will be zero, and so you only have a grade of 80%. So, and then to compute the final grade is 50-50, 50 from the midterms and 50 from the final. So I actually have a homework for you, which is due on Monday. Okay, so I came up with this through my experience last semester. It's my first time to actually hold an online class. And the students actually passed through me, and I did not get to know them that well. Really, it's because I only see pictures in the during um, online classes, and although I get to talk to them through consultations, so it does not seem to be enough, to get to know the students more. So I want you to make a video of yourself, introducing yourself. Just make it a short video, maybe 2 minutes. You state your name, where you are based now. For example, last sem, there were people based in, I think, Zamboanga, someone from Bicol. There was even someone from Dubai, but that's my graduate school class. Um, that someone told me that she just flew to New York. But anyway, I want to know where you are based so that I can understand more your situation. And then you may mention whether you were under me before and what courses are you under me now, because I think some of you are under me also in AR2233. Then this is another point also, how you access Canvas. Do you access Canvas through your cell phone, through your laptop, or your desktop, or you have to go outside like an internet cafe? So how you access the internet? So is your internet connection postpaid, prepaid, or is it a home internet connection, a fiber, or do you have to make use of public internet connection? Okay, so this will help me a lot in delivering the lessons to make sure that everyone is reached out. No? So and then if you have to tell me some, well, if you are late, so maybe I can understand uh, the background the situation. If you can, please show me your study area. What is your setup at home? Where do you study if you have one? But if none, then you can also mention that it's none. And then you can include any other information which you think is important. So it's up to you. So you have to upload this on either Canvas or Google Classroom, depending on whether the Canvas portal is available already by the time that you access this video. And the next meeting, make sure that you attend because we will be introducing already the first plate. There will be two lectures. I will be giving the first lecture about the research requirement, and then the second lecture will be given by Architect Tabaswares. It's about the development controls, which we'll have to consider during the design. And as mentioned, all the other classes of the same course will be there. And so you get to meet again all the other teachers involved in AR2200. Okay, so I guess that's it for now. Welcome to the new semester and welcome to my class. I hope we'll have a very fruitful semester. Okay, goodbye.